Oh, hi, G4TV.com. Just reading some of your emails. First up, Nick Murray writes with a few questions regarding the future gaming for a collage paper he's working on. In other words, he wants us to do his homework for him. Question number 1, what is the future of gaming coming to? Well, eventually the gaming industry, like everything else on Earth, will be destroyed when the sun blows up in 4.5 billion years. Question 2, how will the future of gaming in your eyes play out in the next 20 years? Okay, that's a more proscribed time frame, but what really concerns me is gaming in my eyes. Get out of my eyes, Nick. You don't belong there. Question 3, how far is too far when it comes to violence in video games? What the hell do you mean by that? I gotta rip your head off and down your neck, you little... Question 4, what is the next cutting-edge device and when will it come out this summer? Well, I just bought these new Sentoku knives from Henkel's. They're the choice of professional chefs everywhere, and they never need sharpening. As for that second part, when will it come out this summer? Let me answer that question with a question. Who's buried in Grant's tomb? And finally, how would you compare the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii consoles? Probably just put them side by side. That seems easiest. Glad to help, Nick. Now, let's see. We joined Joseph Porges in Media Res as he tells us, I am sorry for saying that you lost a viewer, but come on! It's a great game, and yet you gave a score that would make anybody mad if the game was good. What game are you talking about, Joseph? Well, it is a great game, RE5, and you gave it a 3 out of 5. Oh, Resident Evil 5. Sorry, buddy. That game is to fun as Jeffrey Dahmer is to non-white teenagers. The game is awesome, and now people on your forums are going to be sending a hell of a lot of hate mail. Thanks, I really need this job. P.S. Stop saying the Final Fantasy VII sucked. It did not suck. It was a great game and any fan would know it. Well, Joseph, you'll have to agree with me that fans of Final Fantasy VII are kind of a self-selecting sample. But if you open this question to the larger population, you're going to hear significant talk of suction. The fans of Final Fantasy VII are also going to send hate mail. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Joseph, do I owe you a commission or something? I am not going to stop watching your show, but your show used to be funny with the interns and other skits. G4 is dead to me. So you're not going to stop watching, but we're dead to you. Joseph, you're sending me mixed signals. It's kind of keeping me off balance. We never dated, have we? Gee, he goes on. This PS is longer than the email itself. The only thing that was good on G4 was movies that don't suck, but what I really want to see is Anime Unleashed. What happened to Anime Unleashed? There was a lot of anime shows on Anime Unleashed that were not even finished yet. Also, if you ever bring it back, I demand that you bring it back, Anime Unleashed, because I am an anime fan. There is an anime called Iria, the Zeram animation. It is a prequel to the first Zeram movie. Also put on movies that don't suck, Zeram and Zeram 2. I am not going to send hate mail, but G4 needs to bring back Anime Unleashed, and so on and so forth. Oh, so now you're not going to send hate mail. You know, there's a word for people like you who promise something and then don't deliver, and it rhymes with octies. Sorry for the hate, but I am really sad that some of your shows have lost it. And now he hates me again. Look, Joseph, maybe we need to spend some time apart and just work on ourselves, okay? It's not you, it's me. Okay, moving on. Whoa. Do I have to read all this? I mean, it's like a novella. Okay, Dana Cooper says, hello to you all. Resident Evil has been one of my favorite series since its inception. Resident Evil 5 is no exception. Recently, I have been listening to all the reports that RE5 has racist undertones. Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb recently reviewed the game on XPlay and expressed concerns over this. I found myself literally jumping up and down with disgust. Why are they griping about racism? What about sexism? What about sexism? I know there have been other reports about the imagery of women in video games, but the reports have a feel about them as if they were an afterthought rather than genuine dismay, as was with the case of racism in RE5. Don't get me wrong here, I am as liberal as they come with my views on race, gender, sexuality, etc. But this honing in on racism in regards to RE5 is complete horseshit. To all you gamers out there who jumped on this PC wagon because it was cool to do so, is there a PC wagon? I bet it's prone to crashes. See what I did there? To all you gamers out there who jumped on this PC wagon because it was cool to do so, newsflash number 1, the game takes place in Africa. Last time I checked, Africa is primarily populated by Africans. If the complaint is about their being depicted in traditional garb, so what? Many Africans wear shorts and Nike t-shirts, but many also retain their traditional guard and customs, as they should. And how is that a bad, let alone racist thing? I have also heard complaints about a blonde-haired, pale-skinned woman being carried away by savages. Newsflash number 2, there are many third world countries throughout the world, not just in Africa, where if you were a blonde-haired, pale-skinned woman, you would be at increased risk of any type of molestation. It is simply a fact. And newsflash number 3, so many within the gaming industry have jumped all over this that the impact will more than likely be that game producers in the future will be more culturally sensitive/aware. So why can't the same be extended to the imagery of women? Why don't gamers jump all over the blatantly derogatory imagery of women in games? Simply put, because women being displayed as such is normative, and when something is normative, it is invisible. 150 years ago, racism was normative as well. With the advancements made in civil rights, it has drastically improved and is no longer invisible nor acceptable. How many gamers know that African American men got the right to vote before women did? Ask yourself why that is. Perhaps nothing will come to mind, but let me see if I can assist. Remove all temporal and geographical boundaries, and you will see that the most discriminated against group has been women. Did you guess it? Probably not, because it is an unspoken, unseen, pervasive characteristic of all cultures, both past and present around the world. Words cannot express how sad I am to see that those aforementioned intelligent, albeit quirky gamers are not immune to falling into such a state of ignorant, comfortable, unmindful bigotry. Write me, webmaster at g4tv.com.